Hello, and welcome to the Bluegrass Sports Show, or
The BS Show. We are two fat guys who talk crap.
I'm Carl,
And I'm Perry.
the animal. And today, we are coming at you with our third serpentine draft of the UNC players.
No, it is the first of the UNC.
Yes, but third
It's the
draft.
third serpentine draft of a college team. Forgive Carl. He's still somewhat brokenhearted out of the thrashing he took at the hand of our
I forget that I'm not talking to just our viewers. Our viewers are smart enough to keep up with it. I forgot that I got to put it in layman's terms so you can keep up with it.
No, anyway. I'm just saying you have to be more specific.
Anyway, we're doing a serpentine draft. We're going to flip my little quarter right there for
I'm still feeling heads.
First pick. I don't care what you're feeling. You can flip this time.
No, I don't flip.
This is the last time. You're flipping on the next one. Anyway.
Okay. I don't make the rules.
But this is our third team of our 5 best college programs that we're doing this for. And today we're coming at you with North Carolina. Obviously, we kind of all have a guess as to who the first pick will be, so we'll see who gets it.
Go ahead,
you want heads?
I want heads.
All right, then. Tails! Oh! Heads again?
Heads again.
Tails! I guess I get Jordan.
You want Jordan?
I want Jordan.
I'm taking Vince Carter and James Worthy. Your turn.
God almighty. Okay. Then I'll take Tyler Hansbrough.
Oh, you can have Tyler Hansborough. He is the biggest vagina I guarantee that you could come up with in the history of North Carolina basketball.
Who most people consider the greatest North Carolina player of all time.
And not North Carolina fans.
Tyler Hansbrough was fantastic.
Not North Carolina
fans.
Was. Somebody who's the all-time leading scorer in ACC history by shooting over 50% of his points came from the free throw line. I won't say what he is.
What's that got to do with? You already said it on the video.
He is a vagina.
You already said it. Already degraded our video.
I almost said something much more graphic.
I don't care. Sorry, fan. If you have kids, don't let them watch Perry.
You can have Tyler Hansbrough.
Hansbrough was fantastic.
Go ahead.
Anyway.
Go ahead.
Okay. So, at point guard, I'm going to grab Raymond Felton.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You're taking Felton?
Yeah.
He's not even a top 2 point guard at Carolina.
A top 2 point guard?
No, there's been at least at least 2 point guards that were better, maybe even more.
I disagree. Go ahead.
I'll save my point guard because I ain't in no hurry to get him now.
All right.
I've already took Vince to 2.
Yep.
I've not decided where I'm going to play James at, if he's going to play the 4 or the 5. I'm going to go ahead and take Antoine Jamison at the 4.
He was on my list.
And he's 6 times better than Tyler Hansborough. Oh, yes, he is.
Nope.
It's not even debatable. And at center, God, I'm so torn here. Do I take someone who played 4 years at Carolina and went number 1 overall, or take someone who only played 1 year at Carolina but had a much more prolific pro career?
Well, we're based.
I know.
So
I'm choosing between Brad Daugherty and Bob McAdoo.
Both were fantastic.
McAdoo only played 1 year at Carolina. He led Carolina to the Final Four, but as far as college, basing just on college, Daugherty was better. I'm taking Brad Daugherty.
Okay. So at center, I'm grabbing center. I've got Brendan Haywood because I need defense. Hansbrough cannot guard in the paint, so I need defense.
For the Carolina fans at home,
who is the all-time leader in blocks for Carolina?
Coming into this draft, Carl said he felt good about his team.
Are you going to argue Brendan Hayward?
Yes.
Who was the leader in blocks for a game, for a season, and for a career at North Carolina? And that's what I need him for, his defense. You can make all your argument you want.
I'm tickled you got him for your defense. I'll take someone who played the same position and went number 1 in the draft in Brad Daugherty. So
go ahead.
So yeah.
Anyway, I really don't understand your point guard basis.
I'll take the big dookie. Go right ahead.
And even if Raymond Felton's the number 3 point guard, to ever play there. How is that such a terrible pick? You're like, he ain't even the top 2 point guards ever.
Kyle Lawson was better than Raymond.
He didn't have better numbers.
Kyle Lawson was better.
He didn't have better numbers. Anyway,
But
what do I have? I need small forward. Am I picking?
Yeah, it's your pick.
Okay. Small forward. Where do I want to go with small forward? Worthy was on the list. Thank you for that one.
Oh my goodness.
What do I want to do here?
There's such an
I'm
obvious
gonna grab-
choice here.
Who?
I'm not telling you who. I'm going to laugh at you whenever you don't take them.
I can't. I probably ain't even thought of him.
All I'm missing is my point guard. I've got my 2.
I'm gonna move Jordan to the 3 at the college game, and I'm gonna pick up J Stack and play him at the 2.
Why don't you play Jerry Stackhouse at the 3 where he plays?
Because I think Jordan's better defensively.
I've got Vince Carter playing the shooting guard, and you don't want Jordan on Vince Carter?
I don't know. Big Game James might kill him, but
Big Game James is going to kill Jordan.
No, not as bad.
As in college. Absolutely, he's going to kill Jordan.
Whatever. Those
You're
two are
not
interchangeable.
talking Michael Jordan in the NBA.
Yeah, I know it. But still,
you're
Stack
talking-
wasn't that great either. That's
You're
what
talking
I mean.
college. James Worthy, he played power forward in college, and I took him to play with her. He's going to take Jordan inside and molest him.
Same with Stackhouse.
It's going to be absolutely filthy.
Filthy.
But what you're losing, but
Filthy.
what you're doing at this point, taking Stackhouse at the 2, you're putting a much lesser defender on Vince Carter.
What's it matter? Then play Stack at the 3. They're interchangeable.
Oh, goodness gracious. The best point guard in Carolina history is Phil Ford. He scored over 2,000 points, and he was their career leader in assists.
That's scoring, but I don't need scoring.
For 30 years, he was the leader in Carolina history in assists. Not just scoring, in assists. Was, until Ed Cota. So, yes, Phil Ford is the greatest point guard in the history of North Carolina basketball, and you take Raymond Felton.
Who is probably the 2nd best point guard.
That's debatable. But, so I've got Phil Ford, I've got Vince Carter, I've got James Worthy, I've got Antoine Jameson, and Brad Daugherty. I literally
once again, he thinks this is a huge decline of teams. Oh my gosh. This team is not.
Raymond Felton. Michael Jordan's a great pick. Jerry Stackhouse isn't a slouch. He's not Vince Carter or Michael Jordan by no means, or James Worthy. Jerry Stackhouse is a nice player.
Tyler Hansborough, who you just hate. Who you just hate.
Carolina players, or not players, but fans, talk about how soft Hansborough was.
I don't care. He leads all North Carolina players in points, period.
He leads all ACC players in points, period.
He was fantastic.
Sure.
And then the greatest defensive center to ever play at North Carolina, Brandon Haywood.
Over Bob McAdoo?
Yeah, well, McAdoo only played 1 season. And the blocks per game in a season is still Haywood's.
I would have taken Sam Perkins and put him at the 5 before.
I had him on the list, but I didn't. If I wouldn't have grabbed Hansborough at the 4.
I would have took Rasheed Wallace and put him at the 5 before I put Haywood.
Why? Haywood was a better defender. I don't get what your problem
is.
If there's any North Carolina fans watching this, and you completely agree with Perry that my team is trash compared to his, please comment that on the video, because I'm just not seeing it. Not at all. Not at all. I've got the leading scorer to ever play for North Carolina, and Tyler Hansborough. Then I've got Michael Jordan, who was fantastic. And if he wouldn't have played under Dean Smith, he probably would have been the leading scorer to ever play at North Carolina. And then I've got Jerry Stackhouse, who was a fantastic shooter as well.
Antoine Jameson is going to hang 40 on Tyler Hansborough in that game.
Well, I agree.
Hansborough is going to struggle to get double figures in that game. Yes, he will.
You're smoking crack.
Jameson was so much better than Tyler Hansborough. So exponentially better than Tyler Hansborough.
I disagree.
In college, in the pros, in the SAC, everywhere.
Will you quit being so dirty in our videos?
times.
We are not shooting another video till Perry
better.
cleans his mouth out.
15 times better than Tyler Hansborough. You got me with Jordan. You got to take Michael Jordan #1. Bravo. But you proceeded to surround him with the worst possible collection of North Carolina teammates that you could have possible. Now I understand you had
disagree.
I understand you had no chance at Vince and no chance at Worthy. I 100% acknowledge that.
And I didn't list the second small forward. My problem.
But
I seriously thought about taking Sheed and playing him at the 3. Oh, you can act like that you dominated this game, but I'm not seeing it. Period. I'm not seeing it.
Oh my Lord.
Anyway, it can't be over at 11 minutes.
It might as well be over at 11 minutes. It was over at 5 minutes. I don't know.
Like I said, North Carolina fans, go ahead and comment on there because Perry thinks he's got it completely destroyed, and I'm just not seeing it. But anyway, I agree that Phil was a better point guard than Raymond Phil, whom I forgot about. But I don't say that Ty Lawson was a better.
Whenever you're talking college player to college player, Phil Ford's ranked ahead of Jordan. A lot of lists as far as greatest Carolina players of all time have Phil Ford ahead of Michael Jordan. Now some lists will have
about Phil
a lot of lists will have Michael Jordan and Vince Carter 1 and 2 because that's who they are. Before Ford, in college, you can almost argue Vince Carter was as good in college as what Jordan was. Now I'm not saying you was. I'm not saying I would argue that.
Right.
But I'm saying you could almost argue that. But there's absolutely no way. I don't care what all-time records Tyler Hansborough holds at the University of North Carolina. He couldn't hold a certain strap that goes to a male's athletic apparel.
Oh my God!
Of Antoine Jameson.
Just give it up, Lord have mercy.
No way.
If you guard Jameson's left hand, he's useless.
And then James Worthy.
James Worthy is the killer. James Worthy is,
James Worthy's probably the second best player in the.
Yeah, but you grabbed him before I could.
Let's see. Whenever you go, you have the best player, in my opinion, in Jordan.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
I probably had the next 3. And Carter, and Worthy, and in Ford.
Let's see, I disagree.
And then I would put.
I don't think Carter's as good as Hansborough, but you can make that argument if you want.
In the video, I'm done.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you liked it, go ahead, hit that like button and that subscribe button. Like us on Facebook, Bluegrass Sports Show. Twitter, Bluegrass Sport 2. Yeah, you better come back, man, a little fruitcake. Jeez.
Tyler Hansborough's better than Vince Carter.
In college, he had much better stats.
No.
Much better stats.
Go ahead.
I can show you stats.
I don't care what you're going to show me.
Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Have a great day.